Well, hello there. Long time no see. And I honestly have not not the slightest idea what I've been up to. Oh, Cindorn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Let's go there. Uh, now, do we have... I think we do have a mark in Master's office. Yes. Yes, we do have it. Okay. Now, where's the way down? Oh, I don't remember the layout of this guild hall. Oh yeah, I remember I was looking for the chest. Now, I did some adjustments to my OBS audio settings because I tried to record a picture editing episode for about, photography. And there were so many hissing sounds. Wait, which way to Archad? Archad or Archard? Oops. Oops. Where is it? Anyway, so yeah, I was recording that, and there was so many Archard. Archard? I have no blooming idea. Anyway, so there was so much hissing sound when I was, breathing. Like, I don't know. You can even hear it. I don't see it on my, audio mixer. I'm trying to breathe heavily for you to hear it. I don't know. I hope you cannot hear it. I have no real idea because I did a bunch of testing, but yeah, I do have an impression. I don't really know on what basis, but I do have an impression that OBS with, combined with Morrowind does work better than in combined with Lightroom or with any other, things you might be doing on your computer while recording. So I don't really know. It seems much better always with Morrowind than with any other thing. Yeah. So I am a little bit down today. I'm not gonna lie. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to come to Morrowind, because I do know Morrowind, nothing makes me feel better than Morrowind. So there are a couple of things that do make me feel good, but Morrowind has got this blessed feature that it just takes you away. It gets in your thoughts. Because, when I'm gardening or doing any other thing that is less sort of, needs less focus from you, and doesn't give your thoughts any food, food like meal, like things to keep them busy, yes? So when I'm, I don't know, weeding in my garden or pricking out like tomatoes, I've been pricking out lately quite a lot, and that sort of thing, it doesn't really, asks for your focus a lot. So even though you seem to be busy with something very productive and everything is fine, but it also lets it lets your thoughts wander in the same old place that made you feel down in the first place. So when I feel down, I really do need to take my thoughts someplace else. And there's no better place than Morrowind or Cyrodiil in this case. You know what I mean. So yeah, I decided to come here. And no, I'm not going to rant about what made me feel down. One of the things is the weather. Because, you know, it's April. It's like 9th, yeah, of the April right now. And where am I? Am I in Orchard? Archard? Archad? Whatever. Am I? No, I'm in Hal Sadek. All right, let's go. Oh, I forgot to check those liquor wine. It does look like one of the varieties of my tomatoes. Because you might think tomatoes are red, and you could not be more wrong, you know? I grow tomatoes that look very much like those, and they are called amethyst jewel. And I also do grow some blue ones. They're called indigo. And some are called Blue Beauty and some are called Black Prince. And yeah, striped, speckled, anything you wish. Like anything you could wish for, you've got in a tomato, really. So yeah. Do you want to take me to Anvil? No way. I've got legs. Thank you very much. I do still have got legs. Okay. That's a nice vista, even though... Yeah. This meal... How do you call it? Meal house? Looks so good. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I do love it. Would be much better with some sunshine, but it still is really nice. How about this? No, I do want it off center a little bit. Just a little tiny bit off center, but this palm on the right is bothering me. I do not want it. Okay. And now this is in the center and I do not want it in the center. Oh! The curse of a wide lens. Yeah. Yeah, talking about lenses. So this is actually the second reason for me being grumpy. Yeah, well, the first reason is weather, obviously, because I can do nothing in my garden. Like the last 10 days of March, we had snow and it was above 0 degrees. So it was not like, you know, freezing, but still you don't do much gardening when... I do like this one. We've got some sun. I do need to take... where is my... Yeah. I do need to take a drone shot. Have I told you that we do have a drone right now? Like, we bought a drone and now we can have airborne, you know, photos, which is actually quite fun, even though I have mixed feelings about that quite a lot. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Right. Yeah, so the weather, yeah, you cannot really do much gardening when your garden is covered with snow, can you? So that was like 10 days not doing anything. And now it is actually even worse because we do not have any snow any longer, but we do have frost. And that is even worse because, you know, when everything is covered in... No, for some reason I like that better like so. Even though there is very little separation between this horizontal palm tree and the tree behind. Okay, let's do it like that. I don't think this is the best picture ever anyway. So yeah, if there is no protective layer of snow, your seedlings are actually quite miserable being, you know, exposed to the frost without the snow. So yeah. And my hands are also not very happy being exposed to the frost. So yeah, no gardening either. And my tomatoes are not happy because they need freaking out. And I could do it in a cellar, but I really hate being in a cellar. So I would rather do it in the greenhouse. But if there is frost outside, there is also frost in the greenhouse. And tomatoes are being killed by frost, obviously. So I cannot take them to the greenhouse even. So I'm just... I'm so grumpy about that. Really, really... What have I done? Really grumpy about the weather and the tomatoes. And oh, yeah, another thing. I think I got a wrong compost. Like, it's a funny thing to say, to have a wrong compost. How can you have a wrong compost? But my tomatoes are not growing too well. So I think well, each year I do buy... Where am I? Where am I? I'm supposed to be somewhere here, I think. Okay. I do not want to go to this place. Not yet. I hate killing wolves. All right. What was I talking about? I think I need to go east, don't I? So what have I been talking about? I think I've been here already. There is a wild horse over there. Alright. So, What's this ostrich name in Cyrodiil? Runner, some kind of a runner, I think. Muskrat, they are hostile most of the times. Oh no, look. What are they doing? whatever they were doing, they were being a little bit aggressive. Okay. Goblin X. No, thank you. Oh, 1 gold piece. Why not? Okay. But are they all like goblin? Or is the big one? Oh yeah, goblin berserker. I knew that. Onion. Yeah. My onions don't grow either in this weather. So, yeah. So, what I've been talking about. Horses. Love horses. So, I don't know. What have I been talking about? Weather, yeah. Tomatoes, yeah. Gardening, yes. And yeah, and the other sort of reason for me being grumpy is related to photography, and not to photography as an art, but it's related to how dreadful and stupid and miserable country for any kind of arts I live in. You might know that I live in Eastern Europe, and I'm not particularly fan of that. A fan of that. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Archad, that way. Okay. Yeah, but I tried living in UK for some time, and I actually the one thing. Why are you so mean? Roshada, why are you so mean? I meant you no harm. Fetchy chain cuirass. Let's take it. Looks nice. Okay. Do you perhaps have anything to say about the bandits nearby? Hello there, adventurer. I'm Ledus Sakara. What brings you to my farmhouse? The brigand that has just attacked me. This brings me to your place. Okay, background. I'm just a humble farmer of wheat and herder of goats. Okay. Remorse? I heard that when Sira Law became Reeve or Sadek, one of her first orders of business was to replace the broken wooden breach west of my farm with a solid brick breach you see today. Well, I'm thankful for the west breach. It's easier to transport my crops to the village with it. After all, it would have been nice if she fixed the one to the south, too. I guess it was simply out of her jurisdiction. Well, I'm having hot chocolate, and this, together with Morrowind, might actually be the best grumpiness medicine of all times. Yeah. Are you heading north towards Brunacross? I live there. If so, let me give you a word of advice. Be careful of any mines or ruins that you pass along the way. They're not safe. Yeah, that's precisely why I'm looking into, checking them. All right. Akna mine has ever been infested by goblins. All right, it's a secret. I like you. So I'll tell you something interesting about this place. There's a hidden grotto behind one of the waterfalls in the stream next to my farm. I only discovered it by accident after one of my goats slipped and fell into the water. Oh, yes. So let's go find it.
Greeting.
Where's the waterfall? There is a river. But where is the waterfall? Are there any waterfalls? Oh, yes, there it is. Oh no, oh no. If you want to fight with a bow, you will need to, yeah, survive my marksman, and it is exquisite, isn't it? All right. Note from Vito. Read this carefully and pass it on to the others. If anyone pockets the loot before bringing it to the barrow again, you will regret it. The barrow? It was my idea to set up so close to the breach, and I'm the leader of the gang, so I am going to continue getting my 30%, whether you like it or not. Okay, so where is this Vito? Let's take it.
Pointless. Give in. Ah!
It did not sound like a, death scream. Ah! It was like, ah, I cut my finger. But I guess I very much like this shirt. I think I already have it. So, there is something in this grotto. In here. No? I thought there's a... I thought there was a... Oh, come on. I thought there was a door. Some kind of a door. Now, here? No. Okay, so maybe another one up. Oh my goodness. I watched Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull yesterday, and it was a miserable watch. For an archaeologist, especially. But there was this waterfall, yeah? And a riddle. 3 times it falls. So maybe 3 times it will fall in here as well. Where is the grotto I am looking for? No doors. Pandas. Hello, little ones. A muskrat. And no grottos whatsoever of this. Is this a... I don't think so. Of course, it isn't a grotto entrance. Oh, yeah. No more waterfalls. Oh, no, don't disturb him. I guess he is already disturbed. I know. I think I need to use something more efficient. Oh, there is a muskrat chasing me. Sorry, Paul. You should not have been so, persistent. Alpenclaw. I'm pretty sure it should be quite... I wanted to say, I'm sure it will be quite valuable, but it costs like 15 gold. Come on. Okay, so there is no grotto here. Let's go down there then. Maybe there is the grotto below the place I met the brigands. Right. So, yeah, photography. If you are a beginner photographer, hear me out. And hear my advice. Do never, and I say it, very strongly, do never give your work away for free. Never do it. And I do understand the problem of, it's called like building up your body of work. Yes? Like building up your portfolio. I do understand that, but you need... There it is. Broken Shrine Grotto. But I do need to emphasize it with all the force that I do have at my disposal. Do never figure out your portfolio in other ways. I don't know. Take pictures for your family, because you will never, sell to your family, obviously. So, yeah, but do never do things for free. Like, never. Never do it. Because it will say hello sooner or later. And by saying hello, I mean, we've got this expression in Polish. Actually, literally, it is, this problem will tell you good morning one day, which means it will appear, and here I am. Yeah, so I got this good morning like yesterday, and yeah, I'm not going to tell you all about this, because because I know that when I dwell on this, I will get more grumpy, and nobody wants that. So just let me tell you, never give your stuff for free, even when you are just a beginner and you only want to take photos because you've got a day job and you do not need to earn money on your photography, but you love doing it. So you do it in your free time, and then you give your pictures for free because you're so happy that anybody, it wants to have them. So you give them, and then you want to make it your profession, and you learn and you invest in your equipment, and you spend hours on learning skills and hours on learning editing, and then you can no longer have any other day job because it takes all your time to learn stuff, to get better, and take loads of pictures to get experience, and then you get paid for your job by other people, obviously not the ones that you gave your pictures for free, and then those same people come to you demanding for your pictures for free because you always gave them for free. And even worse so, that not only they are not willing to pay you for that, but they only make their demands like, and why are those pictures not like the ones you took 10 years ago? Because I've grown. I got better. I learned new techniques. I got better equipment, and I can edit them better. So they're not any longer just snapshots on my, I never took my pictures with a phone, but yeah, they're not just snapshots I took when I was like 15 or 20 years younger and I knew no better. And they are not only being demanding and arrogant, and they also, you know, they like, oh, okay, enough of that. So you drop everything to give them the pictures they ask you for, and then you even hear, but there are no, post photos like you used to take when, like 15 years ago. And I said, yes, because I knew no better. And now I can do panning, and now I can do, long exposures, and I can do all sorts of stuff. No normal people don't. Oh, okay. And they, and you see, you like put on hold the work that you do for money to pay blaming taxes. You do the work you are not being paid for by the people who treat you like, I don't know, a teenage girl with a hobby. Oh my God, I've got taxes to pay, people. Okay, sorry, enough. Hot chocolate and some bandits to kill. So never give your pictures for free, because the only one thing you do is ruining the market. The Tanthas here. The Tanthas are nice and gentle, and they would never want to, I don't think they would I'm trying to, yeah. Oh. I don't think they would like to leave next to the brigands. Okay. What is that? Oh goodness, this is... yeah, a broken shrine, obviously. And you cannot interact with it. No, you cannot. So, what now? What's the business with all that? And where's the rest? I mean, if this is broken, and there are even the candles put on it, but where's the rest? Like, where's the top part of the shrine? Okay. I guess we are missing something important. Maybe it is some kind of a quest we are not yet, informed about. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. This is quite a nice view. It's raining and raining and raining. What is this? Hearthfire. All right. So Hearthfire is probably something like September or October, right? So it does make a lot of sense to be raining all the time. That's fine. It's okay. Not like April with frost. I mean, it's quite fine to have a little bit of frost in April, but not when I'm so behind in my gardening. Okay. What is this place? Anyway. Malkov Merax. It sounds a little bit like, you know,
Greetings. What shall we
Colovian.
talk about?
If you're heading south towards Archard, be on the lookout for bandits. I hear some rumors that there was a camp somewhere near the village. Yes, that's why I'm here. This is precisely why I am here. Where was this crossroad? Yeah. Okay. So... Almost like Bitter Coast. Okay, joking. Just kidding. Nothing really further from Bitter Coast, I guess. I think this is Archad. I mean, I hope this is Archad, because I'm done walking around. Actually, we are finally having some sun. See? Some sun. Not much, just some. Okay, I guess this is the place where the epic battle of Alec took place. I am pretty sure that's the place. And there is a mill house, which is... which looks as if it was on the edge of the world, but it actually isn't. I thought it was a pile of mud and it... Okay. Oh, there is the boat I had to find some information on for my real boss, the Arinthian. Yeah. Look at the waves. The waves are... No, I don't want to shoot the... Okay. No, wait. I think my short blade is 100. So why would I use it? Okay. Okay. Let's take the long blade. Where are you, fish? They're already dead. Piranha. Okay. All right. How do you like that for a thumbnail? I like it. I like it very much. Grim and gloomy like my mood today. Okay. All right. Let's go and get to them. And I guess we also have a little bit of sun, so... Yeah. I said it in a very, very wrong moment. This, you know, that we've got sun. Of course we don't. No sun for Riin. Not in the real life, not in Cyrodiil. Oh, Tantha nest. I'm not going to look inside because I know little Tanthas are very sensitive to that and I don't really want to piss them off. Do I? Of course I don't. Okay, I need to find the cinder, right? Mandragore. No, Mandrake. You bad snake, you killed a chicken. At least I think it killed the chicken, maybe. However, it was called dead chicken, so it means it was not just a chicken being killed by something. It was intentionally killed by a developer, right? So, yeah. Okay, we do not want to go to the fort, I don't think. I think they have a... just a normal cozy camp somewhere here. A salamander. A muskrat is trying to get itself killed. And it succeeded. Alright. I don't really Nice. Look like beetroot leaves. I don't really remember when their camp was. I wasn't really paying attention, you know, when Alec was... I mean, Boreal Knight, obviously. He was looking for them. And he was talking about something, so I was just, you know, working, and I was not, like, watching what he was doing. I was just listening to him. There they are! Oh, great! So, now...
Now you're going to get it. Oh, this is too easy. Oof. Oof.
I remember he had quite a rough time killing them. But I'm level 30 or something. I don't even remember. What have I done? I didn't want to cast anything. Now I'm levitating for some reason. Okay, Wenbone arrow. Let's take it. Just for, you know, collecting. Cloven leather cuirass. I don't really need that. Do I need anything? Common dress. Ooh. Oh. It doesn't have the other model. So, yeah, let's take it. Burial. This one is wealthy. Gold Tantha beak. I do never have beaks of Tanthas because I never kill them. Wenbone club. Wow. Let's take it. For my collection. Iron short bow. Now, I don't think there's anything more stupid than short bows being, you know, somewhat worse than long bows. They're just different. Short bows were used by Eastern, you know, the Huns and that sort of ethnicities. And long bows were medieval English weaponry. So, yeah. Just not the same. Okay. Is any one of you called Cinder? Single? Sin something? No. So I guess I need to find him. There you are.
Fetch yours.
No, it's not Cinder or Single. It's Elegwen. You could have summoned a skeleton. It would have been fun. Okay. So, Sindor or Single, where are you? And
Arg!
I thought he would like to negotiate or something. No. I took 2 arrows, so yeah. Tower or tomb? Are we reading? Yeah. And I guess this would be like the last thing we actually did today because I have some editing to do. Because yesterday I didn't do it because I was doing the pictures for free for an acquaintance of mine. Probably a former acquaintance anyway. Anyway, so yeah, today I've got a lot of editing, so yeah. Olsia Corantha. It does sound a little bit Cologan, doesn't it? To seek the truth, one must look below. Below what? I really very much like those, sentences that are like, supposed to be so meaningful and so enlightening, and then you're like, below what? Below the blanket? Below what? Yeah, I know, I understand. Below the face, behind the, the facade, but yeah. The words of her mentor, Arimus, buzzed in Antera's head as she stumbled and ducked into the ruins of an under tower. What is an under tower? Like a cellar under a tower? Dipping into a slick crevice of fallen pillars and muddy rubble, she shimmied? What is that word supposed to mean? Shimmied and slithered through the hole further and further down into a creaking void of rock, root, and mud. Within an instant, she flung herself back towards the wall as her eyes drifted downwards into the abyss. She had slid out of the crevice into the chasm of a spiral staircase, broken by millennia of decaying stone and tangled tree roots. Nearly falling, her chest grew heavy as she shrugged to breath the damp, cold air. Her guide, Bravatha, had warned her that exploring the Undertower, or Gaidevag, as the Imga call them, was a death sentence. They were dilapidated relics of the Ime period of Imga, whose secrets have been lost to myth and legend, and there is equal parts sacred and treacherous. There were in equal parts sacred and treacherous. Not even the Imga, as reverent towards their history as they were known to be, venture into most undertowers, save for the especially brave or foolish. Very much like archaeology, photography. You must be either brave or foolish to receive that. What I was trying to say? To proceed in this profession in Eastern Europe, the third world, really. Arimus taught Antera much about history and magic. Late nights spent memorizing dates and names of Galerian's early life, writing papers on Shalidor's famed Glamorial, and so on. In the waning years of her youth, she felt herself drawn to the Imgan mystics of legend. Before she knew it, she became fascinated with the Imga, the culture, history, traditions, all of it. They were her labyrinthine, her Galerian, and where Arimus was offered the position of head of the Mages Guild of Virimore, she knew that she had to join him. During her days living in the Bosmer city, she absorbed everything she could from the Inga traders and mystics visiting. They seemed amused by Antera's fascination and were more than eager to fuel her obsession. It wasn't long before she was invited to a nearby Imgan village to witness the Nab Angurfat, a native practice that would be considered under the school of mysticism as if the Imgan sages would ever allow the Mages Guild to study it. A refusal that no doubt had contributed to the guild declaring many of their practices hedge magics. The Nab Angurfat, from what she understood, was a mystical practice of stretching one's own soul across a great distance. It was an awe-inspiring display as she felt the spirits wrapping around her own, twisting and enrapturing her very life and history into themselves. If but for a moment, as the new grow long, Antera spoke to the sage elders of the village, who informed her of a Dai Devag nearby. The residents of this village, or this Imgan state as they were quick to correct her, were supposedly descendants of those that lived in the Undertower over 3,000 years ago. With no hesitation, she was quick to negotiate with them to secure a guide in the form of a young Imgan woman, Prevetha. As the dawn broke, they left for the Undertower named Urgelgra. Prevetha assured her it was not too far from the Imgan state, but after hours of battling hallucinogenic brambles and vine-like saril trees, Antera's feet grew weary and bloody from the endless flora determined to ensnare her. Nevertheless, her hunger for knowledge had been overpowering, despite her body's frailty. As they pressed on, the clouds grew dark without warning. Prevetha assured her that these sudden rainstorms were common in these parts of Valenwood and offered to take her back to the village, but Antera wouldn't be dissuaded by a seasonal shower. It must have been a hearthfire season of the year, and yeah, more than a shower. Not from this, so they continued onward through the monsoon. The cold autumn rain only strengthened her resolve. After what seemed like an eternity, they arrived at Urgelgra, and it was magnificent. An ancient city swallowed by the jungle. Prevetha attempted to dissuade Antera from entering the structure, but she ignored her. Her words meant nothing compared to the history beneath her feet, begging her to know it. "You'll die down there," Prevetha scolded her as Antera approached the entrance. Barely as Antera approached the entrance, barely able to hear Prevetha over her own excitement, she waved her guide's warnings away. If Prevetha had reservations about entering the ruins, then she need not remain by her side. She had done her job and was free to leave for shelter from the pouring rain, as Antera assured her. Antera climbed through the depths of the chasm for what must have been hours. She paid no mind to the shivers running through her body. What light at the bottom was her prize, whatever that may be, and there was no one else there to take it. She eventually arrived at the end of the chasm, with a single hallway ducking the sinking walls. Antera arrived at the strange chamber, advanced in functionality even by the most modern of magecraft standards, yet primitive in design. This mysterious artifact could provide her a clue as to the Imga's role in the Merethic, a portion of their distant history which scholars knew little to nothing of. Antera spent the night in the chamber eating the rations the sage elders had provided her with for the journey. And she spent what time she could examining the chamber, compelling her mind to theorize and study it. There were signs of the Fae throughout, as well as traces of ancient enchantments long since abandoned and depleted. She knew that any amount of time examining the structure would be inadequate, whether she had the supplies for it or not. Not wanting to burn through her remaining rations, she chipped a piece of the altar off. What? What? Chipped something. Oh my goodness. And left to begin heading back up the chasm, so that she could crawl back to the surface and return to the guild. With great effort and a few near-death slips of the roots bulging from the cracked walls, she made it to the same small crevice. Squeezing through with confidence, she shimmied further in. But as she pulled herself fully into a cramped space, she noticed that walls seemed tighter, the ceiling lower. There were more rocky corners than she remembered, and before long she came to the horrid realization. The hole was caving in. Panicked, Antera pulled and shifted faster, and she felt gravely mud rush down her face. She struggled, warmed, and slithered faster, unable to breathe, motivated by the glimmer of light off in the distance. Faster, faster, faster. Antera heard it before she felt it. A crack. A stone dislodged itself from the ceiling, piercing her spine. She couldn't move as the pain surged up her back and into her neck. As a studious mage, she knew the basics of recall, the ability to return to her own spiritual anchor back at the Mage's Guild, but the pain made her concentration void, and the panic set in by the collapsing crevice left little but twitching desperation. With little clarity of mind and body, Antera attempted the impossible. Through sheer determination, she would muster the strength to cast the spell. Her twitching hands, being berated by mud and small stones, spun the spell with as little grace and room. Her magicka swelled with a stuttering pace as her eyes began to drift downward. She felt a great release of pressure on her body as the warmth drained out of her torso. Her eyes opened as painful slits before growing wild in shock. She was back in that chamber, leaning up on the side of that ancient altar. Antera was confused, but her fading consciousness wouldn't allow her to speculate any further. She let out a defeated chuckle as she accepted her fate. This place will be my tomb. She should have casted divine intervention rather than recall. Well, do never. Oops. I think I'm overburdened quite a lot. Do I want to leave anything behind? Still not good. Okay. What can we do now? Okay. Oh. Still not good enough. Okay. Now we are good. Okay. What is that? Deer hide. No, thank you. Boneware bottle. Very nice, but seems empty. Nothing. Oh, come on. Ring of dicing. Okay, why not? Rot meth. Looks nice, but... Oh, skooma. One day I will take all my skooma to Creeper. Okay. A boneware tankard. More boneware tankards. You see, they're made of goat feet. But actually, I don't think goat feet are built that way. Yeah, skin canoes. Cannibals. All of them. Okay, I think we are done then. I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right. I guess we need to get back. Get paid. Unload. Let's just do quickly that. Recall. The roads in Dasek Marsh will be a bit safer thanks to you. Here's 500 gold for the contract. I have more orders for you. All right. That is nice.
You seem like very good company.
I will come for more orders, but now I want to go and unload my stuff, and I don't really need to take you along for that. Let's just make sure that this book is put in the red pile. Okay. Oh gosh, I love this house so much. It's so cozy, isn't it? Okay, I do have hot chocolate, but now I also feel like having a sweet bun or something. Okay. Right. Goodness. Sorry for being grumpy. I hope next time I will have more like positive stuff to talk about. Yeah, let's hope so. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you soon. Ta-ra!